Hi everyone, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. This is Love Apparel. Today's video will be showing us how I went about the cutting and sewing of this beautiful gown you saw on my thumbnail. So if this is what you're interested in, different what you watching, and if you're yet to subscribe to my YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, share, and comment on this video. So without wasting no time, let's get started. I'm going to be using this pattern paper for my drafting. Also, I'm going to be using this ready-made push-up cup for my marking. So let's dive into it. On my pattern paper, I draw my starting line, which serves as my shoulder line. From my shoulder line, I impute my horizontal line. So from my shoulder, I mark my chest line, my bust line, my half length. I divide my shoulder by 2 and mark. I came down with 1 inches for my shoulder slope. I connect the lines. So I connect and mark my from this slope, I get my armhole, which is 8. I get my midpoint. So I come in with half an inch. For my midpoints, I mark and I connect my armhole. I label my markings. I divide my nipple into 2 and mark. Connect the line down to my half length. On both sides, I mark half inches on both sides and I connect it. On my bust line, I came in with half an inch and make a V curve there. I divide my bust span by 4 and mark plus my 2-inch seam allowance. I divide my under bust by 4 and mark plus my 2-inch seam allowance and mark. I divide my half length by 4 and mark. So this dart is going off. I will place the 1 inches plus my seam allowance. I will place them. I mark and connect my dotted line. On my under bust, I came up with 1 inches because my client wants her boobs covered. So I come up with 1 inches, and with 1 inches I'll place my cup and circle the line. After marking the line on my neckline, I mark 3 inches for my neck width and 3 inches for my neck depth. I'll go ahead to connect the lines. So this is our front yoke. So let's go ahead and cut it off. Just watch the line I'm cutting off. So here is our front pattern. For our back pattern, I'm still going to be using this pattern paper to mark for my back pattern. I'll go ahead and mark 1 inches for my zipper allowance. I mark my starting line, which serves as my shoulder line. So from the starting line, I'll impute my horizontal measurement. I'll mark my chest line, my half length, and the length of my top. I came in with 3 inches minus my zipper allowance for my neck width. I came down with 1.5 inches for my neck depth, and I connect the lines. I divide my shoulder by 2 and I mark 1 inches for my shoulder slope. I connect the line. For my shoulder slope, I mark to my armhole. I get my midpoint, coming with half an inch mark and connect my armhole. So I divide my bust by 4 and mark plus my 2-inch seam allowance. I divide my half length by 4 and mark plus my 2-inch seam allowance. On my half length, to mark my darts, I came in with 4.5 inches and make a straight line. My dart is my nipple to nipple. On each side, I mark half an inch and connect it. I will place the darts and connect my dots. Afterwards, I'll go ahead and label my zipper allowance and cut it off. I slash open my darts and paper stay it. So with this pattern paper, both the front and back, I'm going to be using it to cut on my fabric. So after cutting the front and back, I went ahead and cut my lining. So here I'm folding for my cup cover. So I've covered it. I will get the midpoint and mark 1 inches on both sides. I'll go ahead and connect it to the midpoint. I'll go back to my machine and join it this way. So here I've joined it. I'll go ahead to iron it very well. After I've ironed it, I will get my cup midpoint and place it on it. I will pin it and go over to my machine and stitch this. I've stitched it. So I'll go ahead and trim it off. After I'm done trimming it off, I will place the lining. So I'll place it this way and stitch it. So I've stitched it. So here I will turn it up and stitch on the lining. So I've stitched it on the lining. As you can see, it has folded. Got my machine and sew it round. So I've sewn it round. You do the same for the other cup like I've done here. So on my fabric, I've restained my material. I'll go ahead and join it. Join the lining to my fabric. I'll attach my cup, and here is my yoke. I'm going to be cutting the yoke on a net. So after I've done cutting it, here is my blouse. I've joined my cup to the blouse. As you can see, here is the inner. So I will get the midpoint of my blouse. So please, I later recut my top because it has a V waist backs. So I will cut the V on the skirt this way. So I'll go ahead to my machine and join it together. So this is the outcome. Thank you for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.